Welcome back, folks. This is episode 77 of the Wet Shavers Roundtable. I am Douglas Smythe from PhoenixShaving.com. And with me to my left or right, I'm not going to say where he is. That's Scott Ostermiller, folks, the clean shaver.
Hey, everybody, how's it going?
Whoa. I believe Mantic is over there.
Yeah, I'm here. Yeah.
Sharpologist.com. And our very special guest today, Stefan Vincent of The Holy Black. We finally got him on the show. How are you doing, Stefan?
What's up, guys? I'm doing good.
It's great to have you.
Let's just right off the bat, it's Stefan.
I was going to say, is it Stefan or Stefan?
Oh, really? Dude.
Whatever.
No, that's totally cool. Sorry about that. Stefan, huh?
Yeah.
But yet it's spelled Stefan, is it not? It's you're in New York. It's Stefan. It's Stefan. Welcome to the show, dude. It's really great to have you on board with us. It's been a long time coming, and I've been really, really excited about having this show all week. So welcome aboard, and let's just start from the top. Stefan, what brought you to wet shaving, my man?
Wow. Probably the first. My grandfather was a barber on both sides of my family, and my mother's a hairdresser. And when my grandfather died, I got all those razors, all those straight razors, when I was like 19 years old. And I started messing around with them, and then I found the Badger and Blade. And I guess the rest is history at that point.
Yeah.
Just been into it.
And that was around 2012, 2013?
Yeah, no, 98. I was probably 18. Yeah, 99, 2000.
Oh, when you got into it. Right on. But okay, so the Holy Black.
Right. And then by the time I found Badger and Blade, yeah.
But the Holy Black itself, now you came into this around 2012? Is that?
2012, like the end of 2012, I had an Etsy store, and then 2013 we opened the site. Yeah.
Right on, right on. Well, tell us a little bit about that.
Well, I started making aftershave at home and giving it away as like Christmas gifts and for friends. And then people wanted more, and I made an Etsy shop. I was making the aftershave out of whiskey. I was actually using like whiskey from a bottle.
That's awesome.
And and I just started like giving it away, and then I started selling on Etsy, and I did really well with it. And then Reddit got a hold of it somehow, and it got really crazy. And now it's a huge undertaking.
Yeah, it really is. Yeah, I mean, and
yeah,
to me, you're kind of like a mystery. Like you're there, like doing your thing, like in the mist of the wet shaving world. Like you swoop down every now and then like it's like Spring Hill Jack. That's in my mind.
Yeah, like Swamp Thing.
Yeah, or Swamp Thing, yeah. Regeneration.
Yeah.
No, so it's...
I mean, you know what it is? I have like a core set of products, but I like to do kind of like fun projects. And sometimes, I'm not great at like scheduling or setting them up, putting them on a schedule and doing them every year at certain times. So I come up with ideas. I hash them out on my big blackboard. And then,
Would that be the Holy Blackboard?
Yeah, the Holy Blackboard.
Nice.
You can't see it in this video.
I actually have a whiteboard, so it's really funny. It's yin and yang over here.
Yeah, well, like yin and yang. I got the no goatee.
Goatee, yeah.
Yeah. Like yin and yang over here. So, yeah, the whole thing is I do like small batch products, and I just drop them when I finish them.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes people pick them up. Sometimes they're a big dud. And most of the time, most of those types of things really do well. And I'm trying to bring like that old school flavor back, like ceramic dishes and hand cast brushes with instead of doing like turning on brushes, I do sculpts and molds and then casting them and tying my own brush knots and things like that.
Oh, that's cool.
And, I'm having really.
I didn't realize you were tying your own knots also.
I did a few. I don't sell them. I did a few and gave them away. I did mostly horsehair, and I did a couple badger, and now I'm doing the Wolverine knot. If I can ever get it right, I've tried 3 times so far and haven't been successful. So we'll see if we ever.
I don't think I've ever tried a Wolverine knot. Has any of you guys tried a Wolverine knot?
Well, you know what it is? No, I don't think anybody has.
Where are you sourcing the?
But Wolverine's they're very closely related
Yeah.
to Badger, and they're the only hair that doesn't freeze up in the cold. And I just feel the feel of it feels like it'll make a good shaving brush, so I'd give it a shot, just kind of as a novelty, and really.
No, that's really cool.
Maybe
That could be.
That's awesome.
That could be the next thing right there, man. 2017.
Well, there used to be an all Wolverine brush.
No,
But they
actually,
used to
he
be
missed
like,
it. He missed it by a year or so. Didn't they have the Red Dawn remake last year with the
The Wolverines.
the
Oh,
Wolverines?
Wolverines. That's right.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, Patrick Swayze.
But they're
Rest in peace.
running joke on the old forums about that the new thing was going to be skunk hair brushes, and I have one of those. Next time I'm on, I'll
Oh, do you
bring it with
really?
me. It's disgusting. Yeah, I made one.
No, that's really cool. I forgot to mention.
Oh gosh.
At the top of the show, guys. If you have any questions for Stefan, just leave them down below. There's actually a questions box. You can click on that and just ask your question. And it looks like we already have some coming in. So I'm just going to read some of these. Unless Mantic or Scott, do you have any questions for Stefan?
Not right now.
Okay.
No.
So we got
Not
one.
yet.
Let's see. Someone is asking.
The Danish wet shaver there.
Okay.
He wants to know if I would expand to the European market. I do ship to Europe. The alcohol-based aftershave, I don't. And I'm actually in talks right now with someone in the Netherlands, Sweden, Denmark, Norway, that area for a little bit of a distribution deal, something small, so that people out there can get some of that stuff. And I also have a barbershop in Norway that carries a lot of our stuff called Cutthroat Barbershop. A guy named Thor runs that.
Of course.
And he stocks pretty much the whole.
Of course, his name is Thor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what it's-
Odin!
He's the greatest. He's been with
Great
me since
Odin speed.
2012, and he's my oldest wholesale customer, and he's great. His place is awesome. It's really like American traditional
Oh, that's
barbershop.
Huh.
So you can check him out. I think he may have a website. Otherwise, check him out on Instagram, and we should have something coming soon for you guys, at least so you can get the alcohol-based stuff. And I try to do well with the shipping internationally, but I'm still losing money on shipping internationally, but I don't want to stop shipping internationally. So if you do want it, you can order it. It's, and we'll ship it, but just not the aftershave.
Nice. So
That's awesome.
I've been hearing a little bit about the Holy Black Brotherhood here and there, rumblings, if you will. And so can you tell us a little bit about that for our viewers out there that aren't really that familiar with what you got going on over there, Steph?
I mean, really, it's like a customer loyalty program set up on the site, and it gives them kind of access to a secret area of the site. They sign on through Instagram, and we kind of recruit through Instagram, and they follow us on a secret, page on Instagram, and that gives them the password to exclusive area on the site. They get special deals when we do sales. They get special merchandise that I make specifically for them. Different design. I like to do design work, and I do all the design for the company. So all of it is, an exercise in design, and those guys kind of get first crack, or usually the only crack at small run stuff that I do, just because I want to do it. And we have guys that have started a New Jersey chapter, a Texas chapter. We have the New York Mother chapter, and really, it's kind of like just me and my friends and guys I've met that are customers of mine that live on the island, or sometimes I just had a guy come from Connecticut to visit us, and we hung out, and we got a couple old cars in the shop, and on Friday nights we're working on a 28 Ford right now. We've been live streaming it. We're chopping it up for an event called the Race of Gentlemen in Wildwood this summer. It's really cool. Everybody brings like period correct hot rods, and actually we're trying to sponsor the event, but we're gonna at least bring a car down there, and so we're kind of just getting together with the Brotherhood guys, which is my friends that are from high school, my brother's friends, people we've met, and we all just kind of work on cars, we play pinball, we have a few drinks, have a few beers, and just hang out and have a good time. And we're kind of like spreading that out, and it's kind of like being in a motorcycle club without the bikes. Which is
So not the cool part. I noticed. I'm looking in the
Exactly.
background right here. You have a globe bar too, don't you?
Yeah, I don't know if you. I don't think you can see it in my little
I
square.
can. I have the same one.
There we go. Back
I'm
there.
looking at mine right across from me right now. I think we really are like ebony and ivory over here. On my
I got like a little weird Sherlock Holmes fetish going on in here. I'm into all the old Victorian stuff. So I made my office. Like the rest of my place is like all industrial, but like my office is kind of set up like
my office has to be like 1945 at all times. I don't know if you can see, but it's like there's an old record horn up there, but it has to be
I like the old
1945 at all times in order for me to be creative here.
I mean, I spend 90% of my day in this room, so it's nice, like a little light. And I got all my monitors up, and it's like technology meets old Victorian. I never want to say the word steampunk, but
it happens.
That's what I was thinking too. It's kind of like steampunk. Yeah.
If I didn't have to have computers in here, I absolutely.
Well, I've actually looked into those like old school, and I don't want to say the steampunk word either, but I just did. Steampunk computers. Have you seen those? The laptops that they've built. They're pretty cool.
Yeah. They're really cool.
But I can't imagine like up my. You got to dress the part too if you're going to do that. It's kind of like when you get a cool bike, you have to dress like a cyclist too. Otherwise, it just
absolutely.
I don't know, but it's great having Scott back with us too. Scott, you missed last week. I want the note from your doctor why you did, but it's great having you back on, Scott. Do you have any questions for Stefan?
Thanks. Actually, so I noticed so one of the products that I've had my eye on for a while is actually the Galleon shave soap. What was the there's a lot of different products on your store, obviously, but where was the inspiration for that product set? Because I know that there's like the Supreme or the big box where you have like the little gold flakes and stuff that comes with it, and the kind of buried treasure pirate theme kind of thing going along with that. What was the idea, or what inspired that set?
Well, I'm calling that whole collection, like all the limited stuff is like our heirloom collection. So everything I want to be like heirloom quality, like the ceramic dish, the brushes that come in the box, and all that, stuff that I can't mass produce. I can't make a lot of them, so I can do small runs. And the whole thing started with the Gold Rush soap idea. Really came to me from a women's product called Diamond Candles, where they hit a diamond ring in a candle and you burn it down, and one out of however many candles has a real diamond ring, and the rest of them are like trinkets. You know what I mean? So I wanted to do something with the soap, and I wanted to, like, our whole thing is really like late 1800s gold rush America barbershop type of thing. So we did a gold rush, and you when you get to the bottom, there's a little flake of gold. It's a little placer nugget, worth like $1 or $2 in the bottom. And then one of those has like a $250, $300 gold nugget in the bottom. And it's like when you get to the bottom, it's like Cracker Jacks, but one of them is a winner. And it comes with a little vial and a little claim certificate. And, and it's in a peppermint vanilla scent. It smells like actually like the first like 5 seconds of white Tic Tac. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And, I just wanted to do something like fun with it. And,
that's awesome.
And I figured if I can pull that one off, then the Galleon was like an extension of that. And that scent was like an aquatic salt and like old cool water and like all those old aquatics that I really like, and like oak and rum. And in there I hid an actual treasure coin from a shipwrecked ship, the Atocha down in Florida, and I actually got a hold of it on eBay. I picked it up, and I also put little 1 gram silver bullion coins. I put one in every soap, and I put the real one in there. And then each soap also with that release came with a quarter of a treasure map that I designed. And when people got together on the internet and they all put their 4 pieces together, and then they worked out all the clues, and a couple guys in the Brotherhood had some extra clues that they shared, and they all came together. And this guy Nocturne X on Reddit, he figured it out. The whole crew of them figured it out, and he drove out from Cleveland, Ohio that night, 12 hours. He hiked through the woods into this basement of this old ruin where I hid it, and he dug it up. And it was I gave him what he dug up was a a silver doubloon replica of the doubloon from the Goonies that I used to make movie props, and that's those for him. And then I also sent him out like a big swag bag and all product, and I just thought it'd be a fun thing to do. And now maybe the next
That's really cool.
Yeah, next time I do something like that, maybe I'll have him or someone else hide it somewhere else. Like this one was on the island, but maybe we'll do it somewhere else where there's a large population of people. And the newest one we're working on is called Lavender Creeper, and that one is going to be in the ceramic, and I'm also going to do a splash that goes with it. And this was not going to have a secret ingredient, nothing hidden in the bottom, but I'm working with a new menthol. It's like a culata, like they use in electronic cigarettes, and it doesn't smell like menthol, and it doesn't make your eyes burn, but it's 3 times colder than menthol, and it's going to be lavender, and it creeps up very slowly over about 5 minutes right after you shave, and it comes up really slow, and it's super cold, and all you smell is the lavender. And we aged the whiskey for the aftershave in a barrel. We used perfumer's alcohol in a barrel for about a year, and we aged it in there, and then we're gonna do a splash, and we also did a steam distillation for our own lavender, and then I also included 2 other lavenders that I got in essential oil form. So I'm really excited about it, and that should be like 2 weeks out.
I really feel like
awesome.
like we're like the parallel opposites, or not parallel opposites, but like brothers from another dimension or something like that. It's really funny. I think we should just get together at a super company because we're doing the same things. It sounds like.
I mean, I don't think it was organized, but I'll tell you what.
I'm not organizing. Oh, you see my office?
I have to stay away from your website because I keep realizing that I'm stealing your ideas before I knew about it.
No, it happens. What is it? It's like collective consciousness or something.
I keep coming up with the ideas, and someone's like, "Smythe, so I thought that was my."
That's funny.
Yeah, no, it happens.
Went in and out on me a second there.
That happens. Let's see if we have any questions down below. This is I'm really it's awesome. It's very inspiring. I'm so glad you're out there doing this stuff, Stefan. Okay, here we go. We got a question from 805 Steve. Stefan, when you started, did you use essential oil or did you distill organics? Or I guess distill your own essential oil is what he means. Why whiskey over Everclear? So that's 2 questions.
There's a couple of reasons. I mean, I started with fragrance oil mostly, and then I started messing around with like perfume absolutes and things like that. And then I got a steam distillation set up, and I started distilling some stuff. But I don't get enough of that stuff really to make runs. So
I didn't know you were distilling your own too.
That's really for my. It's really just for my small batch stuff for a mixer or things I'm doing on the side. And now I'm getting. I showed you a picture of it. I got a bigger flask, so I can do a little more distillations in larger amounts. So we did that for the lavender now.
Oh, okay.
And the reason I use whiskey is because that oak scent that I really like comes through in the aftershave. And the problem with whiskey is that it's a lower alcohol content than Everclear, so it's much harder to mix. So I have to use a mixer, and that's what gives my aftershave that almost milky appearance. And I really like the way that it feels on my face. It's a lower alcohol content, and so we're going to be replicating that. But the lavender creeper is going to be made out of the whiskey that I made myself, which is 95% alcohol right now.
I'll do it.
Wow.
We're going to probably keep that one clear.
That is
95% alcohol. Holy cow!
Yeah, well, we're gonna cut that down with distilled water, but I'm only gonna bring it down to a level where it'll still stay clear. I'm not gonna make it that milky consistency that most of my other aftershaves are.
nice.
Okay.
Nice.
Don't burn your lips off.
Now, Stefan, I don't remember if I asked you or not, but what was the verdict on you and the Big Shape West? Are you coming this year? Oh, you have that thing in Connecticut.
I think.
You are.
I'm going to we have a double booth at the Connecticut Barber Expo. I go every year. But I talked to my brother, and we have our barber coming with us. He's going to be doing haircuts in the booth, so we're probably going to. I think he can handle it. We might bring a couple girls up there to work the room, and then I'll be free to come out to Pasadena. So I think I'm going to come. I haven't booked my ticket in in my hotel yet, but we're gonna work.
Very cool. Okay, I'm ready.
Awesome.
That is good.
I'm excited. I think it'll be fun.
Yeah, no, it's gonna. I can assure you, it's gonna be fun. Mine. Okay,
It is a lot of fun.
yeah.
Just what?
Oh, look at that. Yeah, we're in the.
We're in the shirt.
That's last year's shirt, huh?
It is last year's shirt.
Get one of those shirts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, no,
So what's the soap going to be this year, Douglas?
well, I'm calling it Tokyo Rose. Yeah, it's because we're doing like a 1940s, 50s type theme going on there. So a lot of pinup girl stuff. Tokyo Rose, I don't know if you know the story of her. Well, the hers. There was many of them, but they were Japanese women that were on the radio during the time of the war, and they were speaking in English to American soldiers. They were trying to reach American soldiers, convince them what they were doing was wrong, and trying to talk them over to the Japanese side. The American soldiers used to call it, this woman Tokyo Rose. It was many women. It wasn't just one though. They did arrest one, I believe. But so sticking with that, I'll probably use sort of a pin up on the label. I'm calling it Tokyo Rose. I want to stick with the rose theme too, because it's Pasadena, Rose Bowl, Rose Parade, all that jazz.
Sure.
So it'll be rose, cherry, I think cherry blossom, sandalwood, and ambergris. So far, it's really cool because it almost has like a cherry coke type scent to it, which I also think is kind of classic.
What's
for that time period.
ambergris? I've never heard of that.
Ambergris. Oh, the real deal ambergris is stuff that it's like almost like a mucus that whales cough up. I know it sounds actually the most perfuming stuff, like the real deal when you get into perfuming. There's some stuff that will gross you out, but I mean, like fecal note is very popular too in perfuming. You will use that here and there, but yeah, and so it's the same thing with ambergris. It has, and that's where amber actually, the scent that we call amber, where it comes from ambergris. There's all the amber that we have it's synthetic. It's not real amber, so it's just something we call it amber, but it's close to what ambergris smells like. Ambergris is richer though. So yeah, it's in combination with other scents. It's just an awesome like team player when it comes to that wall of it's almost a fixer to everything. Yes, Scott?
So I just need to make a mental note to not name my daughter Amber. Scratch that off the list.
If you want to see an expensive ingredient, go on eBay and look up how much a small piece of ambergris goes for. Hundreds of dollars. It's insane amount of money. So that's why they've had to.
Same thing with sandalwood too. Rose. That's Rose Absolute. I use Rose Absolute.
Rose Absolute.
Yeah, I use. That's actually going to be in the sentence. Rose Absolute as well. Or tobacco absolute. I mean, all these different, absolutes. The prices are ridiculous. They're not actually ridiculous. They make perfect sense because to get that little bit of essential oil, you need pounds and pounds and pounds of rosebuds and petals.
Right.
So it's a lot of work. Or sandalwood. I mean, that's a tree. I mean, it's a tree that's going extinct too. So that's why there's so many synthetic versions. That's why sandalwood's become like barbershop, like an umbrella term, and they all smell different because they're all synthetic nowadays. It's the only way you're going to afford it.
There's like 50 different synthetic amber.
Synthetic
sandalwoods out there. But actually, can we talk about the tobacco absolute? Because I just shaved with your Cavendish again today, and I have not attempted a tobacco scent because everybody keeps doing it better than I think I ever could. That is one of the best smokes I've tried in a long time. Every tobacco scent that I try to make it never does it for me. And your soap and actually Henry at Victoria's cognac and Cuban cigars, those two are unbelievably good as far as tobacco. Like I'm fulfilled on my tobacco.
Thanks, man. Thanks. That was probably the second scent I think I ever released. Came up with as a pipe smoker or a former pipe smoker. My first tobacco was Cavendish. That's what I used to smoke in college. I remember just hiding out in my car in between classes in the rain, listening to like the Smyths and smoking my pipe, and then going inside reeking of Cavendish. And can't get that smell out of my head. And to this day, it's still my favorite pipe scent. So it had to happen. And now there's a lot of them out there, though. I think everyone and their mother's making either a Cavendish or a pipe scent. So which seems fitting. So I'm excited about that. Every day I get to try.
So this is supposed to be.
What is
Are you
that?
ready to do
It's 221B
that?
Baker Street from Big Easy Soaps.
Oh,
It's a tobacco. It's supposed to be like Sherlock Holmes's lounge. So, Stefan.
yeah, there you go. Well, there's like this,
Trust me, I got a
5
lot of
like
stuff.
in shaving worlds. You got like mustaches, Sherlock Holmes, cowboys, pirates, and what else is there? There's another one. But you got barbershop. Yeah, you got to pick.
Barbershop.
Everyone's gonna do one of. I mean, you can't delineate from that.
Yeah,
Absolutely. I mean, I'm a huge Sherlock Holmes fanatic. Like, I've read the books
love
hundreds
those
of
books.
times, and I've never done. I want to do stuff that's really obscure Sherlock Holmes. Like, I want to do like 5 different orange flavored soaps and call it the 5 orange pips. You know what I mean? That's an old story. You know, I want to do the study in Scarlet and do a bunch of red. I'd like to the blue carbuncle and do something in a crystal glass blue, bottle. So, that's the type of, I want to do like really obscure stuff with Sherlock Holmes because it's like my favorite thing
For the fans. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I'm like that with Raymond Chandler, the Big Sleep.
Oh, yeah.
Drowning Girl, so on and so forth. I try to make references here or there wherever I can, but so seldom do people ever know what the hell I'm talking about. Yeah, Scott especially. And Mantic will be rolling his eyes at me. I'm telling you, I'm quoting something. I swear. Okay, so we got a question down below from 805 Steve again. He's asking, can someone describe the difference between green tobacco and the typical pipe oil tobacco scent? Let me just hit that button. Okay, so green tobacco would be a fresh tobacco scent, or to be the flower itself, or the fresh tobacco before it's been cured.
It's sweeter to me.
It's a it's more floral to me than anything. It's like let's see, what's a good one out there? Alt Innsbruck. Alt Innsbruck is actually the blossom, the tobacco blossom, tobacco flower. So that will have more of a floral scent to you than an actual tobacco scent. And then some people assume when they hear tobacco, you're talking about the scent of it as it's being smoked, which typically we're not. We're talking about an uncured tobacco, a blossom, or pipe tobacco, which has been cured.
What's Tayback classified as, Douglas? You think could that be a blossom?
I actually would say no. I would say it's a blend, a tobacco blend.
Yeah.
Personally, I think Alt Innsbruck is the best example of the blossom, though. Like, I mean, that is like the first time I smelled that, I was like, "What is this? Like, this is because you're reading the back, you're like tobacco, but it's like this doesn't. It took me a while to get into that, but
Zipa Pino from Razor Rock is also a really very, to me at least, a very green tobacco scent. A lot more floral, a lot more sweetness to it than the typical cured or the pipe tobacco.
Right. Now there is someone that just released one, something that smells like smoked or ash or smoked tobacco. I just read that somewhere. Do you know what I'm talking about? I don't know who who would want that actually, but yeah,
Smoked tobacco.
Yeah, it
I mean,
actually
with
being smoked.
pipe smoking, there's like a room note that's desirable. Like if a tobacco has a good room note, it means that it's non-offensive to other people when you're not smoking it. And maybe they're going for like that cotton candy, pipe tobacco. But I feel like Cavendish and other pipe tobacco scents really cover that. That's the smell you're getting, not fresh tobacco out of the pouch, but more the room note that you get from smoking tobacco. I mean, you wouldn't
maybe
like Savoy.
Right.
Savoy or
Savoy, I think Savoy's was made by the guy from Henriette Victoria Club for Peter's shop.
Claude Pilon.
I think. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that.
Peter
Peter
Trachellis. Or like pipe smoke from Uncle John's. It's a bit more of it's definitely a pipe tobacco type, but I don't know if maybe that's the one that people are thinking of that has more of that actual burned tobacco smell to it, or the smokiness to it.
That soap. I smelled that soap at Pastor's at the meetup a couple weeks ago, but I've never actually shaved with it. And everything changes so much when you lather it up. So I don't want to say, but it smelled good in the tub.
Oh, you know what? I just realized.
Actually,
I'm sorry. Go on.
No, I smelled something really good at Pastor's that I hadn't smelled a lot of people doing. I'm sure you have one, a soap with this scent in it, but it was a cardamom cream. I forget what it was. It was a pretty popular one that I just wasn't familiar with. And it's straight like cardamom, and it was so good that I should have bought it, but I'm kicking myself.
I did a cypress and cardamom for a meetup, but I actually just announced on in the HitGam forum today that I'm doing a group forum soap for our forum, and it's going to be lotus flower and cardamom. But I do like cardamom.
I can't.
I'm gonna have to hit you up for that lotus flower connection. I have a buddy who wants to. His name of his company is Golden Lotus, and he does a massage bomb, and he wants to do a lotus flower. And the ones I've tried so far, they don't do it for me. So maybe we can get together on that.
Yeah, I'll bring actually a vial of it when we meet up at Maggard's. That's right. I think the three of us are going to Maggard's now. So it's Mantic.
Oh yeah, I saw Mantic there last year, right?
Nice.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
that was a fun trip.
Nice.
Yeah, I can't imagine. Maybe it's just me with cardamom, but I can't imagine actually wanting to smell like that much cardamom. But like I would feel like I was smelling like a Middle Eastern restaurant. But
I feel the same way until I smelled it, and it was just like I wanted to rub it on my face.
maybe.
Well, I think there's another. What's that German company? Meisner. I think they have a cardamom
Meisner,
soap
yeah.
as well. If I don't whether it's labeled cardamom, I'm not. Oh no, it's not. It's not. It's tabla rasa. Tabla rasa.
Tabula rasa.
Yes.
Tabla rasa. That was it. That's
Okay.
what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was tabla rasa, the cream.
Oh, this was
Or a very
yeah.
soft
This was,
soap, but-
yeah, it's a croak, and it's really good. I love their scents. First of all, I love whatever they're doing over there, but they're so unique, and they're just so not American. Yeah, just like there's some type of sophistication there that I really wish I could.
But then they have playful ones like steampunk that work out really well.
Yeah,
I mean that's actually a favorite of mine is their steampunk scent.
Yeah. The only thing that bums me out about them is the prices that people sell them at for here in the States. But
well, at Pastor's they were 50% off for the weekend.
Oh wow!
Because he had to move some stuff out.
I sold them for I
really should have.
I sold them at a discount too because honestly they weren't moving, and it's a damn shame because they're great soaps.
People don't know. There's so much out there, But that's why when we talk about it, maybe some people will go out there and pick it up, and it'll get what it's deserved.
Yeah. Yep, I hope so because it is a very unique scent. All their scents are very unique, and then the steampunk one that was for one of the forums, wasn't it, Mantic?
I think it was. Now that you bring it up, I can't recall which one, but it was one of the forums. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that was one of their first soaps to make it over here too, and I think it was one of the forums.
It was right after they started. I mean, they only had a couple of scents initially, and then all of a sudden they came out with a whole bunch at once.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, now their distributor here in the United States is Q Brothers or Mers Apothecary. That's their distributor.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. FYI on that. Happened about a year.
Maybe I'll have to go check them out when I go to Chicago next month.
Is it next? Oh, I thought you were talking about the Chicago meetup.
No.
Don't rush me.
The Chicago meetup was like last weekend.
If you've never been to Mertz or Q Brothers, it's worth the side trip, definitely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It is. Yeah.
My only problem is when I go there, I'm there for like a day and a half, and then I'm with my boss, and he doesn't necessarily want to go do that kind of thing.
Well,
so it's like
the thing is, that area, that strip, you can spend the day on there easily. I mean, there's so much going on, all these little shops and boutiques and restaurants. So you don't only have, you can send him that way, as you go into Q Brothers. But no, I'm a huge fan.
Yeah, I'll have to check it out.
And so, let's see. Okay, we got some more questions coming in.
Interesting question there from Andrew.
Okay.
Or Mantic.
Okay, Mantic. There you go. Mantic, if you could go back to your childhood and remember the scent from your dad's soap, what would that scent be? Electric shaver, though, right?
That's right. My father was an electric shaver, and I took after him for 30 years before I saw the light of traditional shaving. So,
skin bracer, maybe?
No, he did not use aftershaves. We bought him some high karate once for Christmas, and I don't think it ever got used. He just wasn't that into it, so I don't have any particular scent memories from my childhood, unfortunately. I guess that's why I'm so into a lot of different scents now, is because I was not exposed to them early.
Making up for lost time.
Yeah, pretty much.
You're lucky you got like a fresh palette to start with.
Yeah, that's true.
There you go.
Well, unfortunately, I have a very poor sense of smell, so the scents that I do like are very strong scents that may be too much for other people. You know, I really like Castle Forbes limes, for example, because it's so
that can
strong.
be intense. Yeah.
I like Trafalgar from Trueford and Hill out of the tub, because it's a little on the strong side.
Mantic just uses expensive stuff. Castle Forbes, Trueford and Hill.
I'm making up for lost time.
Yeah.
Luckily, I have a very enabling wife, and she doesn't mind at all when I buy these things.
Well, I mean, this is your job now.
Right, exactly.
I mean, it's
a
business
off. Yeah. But I also want to show you guys. Have you ever?
It's a dream we all have, right?
Oh wow.
Have you seen this?
Oh, black belt, yeah.
1968. This stuff is legit. This is. I mean, high karate is nice. It's okay. You know, it's classic. But this stuff kicks its ass. I mean, it's by Leeming as well. Same company. But the push they put behind this, I think they had to. Whereas black belt, they didn't put enough marketing behind it. You don't even really remember it. But this stuff is superb. And you know, it's very hard to find right now. So if you're watching right now, guys, pick up some black belt. It's really, you need it in your collection. But this is terrific aftershave.
We're ready on eBay right now.
It's awesome.
Definitely.
It really is.
When you smell the difference between like the Old Spice from the 70s or whatever and the Old Spice now, it's so different. Like I'm fully stocked up on Old Spice. I got a bottle of my grandfather's, and it was so good. And when I went and bought a new bottle at a CVS or whatever it was, I brought it home. I put it on. I didn't get that same feel. And like when I wear real Old Spice, people give me reactions like, "What are you wearing?" I'm like, "It's just Old Spice." You know what I mean? And it's
Old Spice.
It's so good. It's Old Spice.
Yeah,
it's so good.
No, I used to wear that in high school.
I'm a fanatic. All my stuff is all that gunpowder spice scent that I make. Is pretty much all my stuff comes in it because it's Shulton Old Spice. It's Old Spice, and it's so good.
Yeah, no,
it's like there's even
I was actually just looking at that here
in the back on that. That's what I think that's what it really is. That's missing is there's like a vanilla note on the back end of like the dry down of Old Spice. It really kicks it over the top for me.
Yeah, it's a crime actually. It's almost like they're rewriting history for the millennials. Like they don't know what the real stuff smelled like. Same thing with like Barbasol or so you got Old Spice, you got Barbasol, you got even High Karate. They just released it again, and it's a different scent. It's not the same stuff. So it's like
too expensive. It's too expensive for them to mass market it the way they used to and make the profit margins they need now. I think, and they're just cutting corners, and that's what happens is you cut corners. That's why everybody loves Artisan stuff because they don't have to cut corners. Yeah. They just do it the way that they do.
I also think though, it's like, most guys, they'll smell something like this and the guy smells like an old man. It smells like an old man because old men started wearing it when they were younger and they just kept wearing it. Right. So we remember it as the old guys. No. These were actually very young guy scents. This is what you would wear when you went roller skating back in the day. This is like the younger brother of Old Spice or something like that. It's right. More quirky.
Cooler. That was like the cooler version of Old Spice.
Yeah, it's funny how like people. But I'm telling you, if you can find this, it's a game changer. I absolutely love this stuff, and I could talk about it all day. I was just pleasantly surprised.
Shaving soap with that kind of scent.
I'm thinking about recreating it, Mantic, but I have so much going on right now.
Yeah.
But I'd love to because if any of them need to come back, it's really that one. It stops me in my tracks. It really is. It's my secret weapon. I've been wearing it since I've gotten it for the last couple of weeks. Yeah, and it's magical. I can't even put it. It's almost like
fluid ounces of that. $50 for 4 fluid ounces of that.
Totally, right it's now. Totally worth. I mean, the thing is, it's an aftershave, so you really splash it on. So you're going to go through 4 ounces pretty fast. So use it sparingly.
I bought a 2-pack. I bought a 2-pack on eBay.
Okay.
At the
cologne and aftershave.
4 ounce bottles. Yeah.
You're gonna love it, man.
See how it goes.
You're gonna love it. If you don't, I'll buy them off you because I mean I think the stuff is just it's really special.
I'm sure I like them. I like the bottle.
Yeah, it's well. That's I was looking at the bottle like and showing Fran. I was like, can we recreate this bottle? She's like, really? That bottle? I'm like, this bottle is sexy. I mean, look at this. Makes the perfect Molotov cocktail. I mean, like this is
cool.
Like,
Actually,
really,
like a little tiny Molotov cocktail.
yeah. You can do some damage with this. Also, I thought you guys went. Did I show you guys these yet? The Big Shave West, Big Shave West wooden nickels. Yeah.
Yeah.
But look at this. I want to get this out of the way right now. See the date there? I screwed it up. That's 2016, not 2017.
Oh shoot.
No, it was.
Oops.
It was actually 2017. If you're familiar with Photoshop, the font was too large, so it cut off one of the eyes. But I swear it was 2017 when I saved everything, and then when I proofed it, I didn't even look at that. It's my problem with printers nowadays. They want you to proof it, but if they notice anything wrong with it, they won't tell you. It's just like, but you proofed it. You're okay, we're gonna run it now. It's like I would have bought that, but it is Roman numerals.
I just ordered a whole bunch of really, really. I always wanted like really nice business cards. They're like black on black with the UV coating and like the raised. It's beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
They're like so thick, like credit card thickness.
But just
and I got them back with my phone numbers wrong.
Yeah.
All of them. I can't even blame that on anybody, so it was my fault.
Now you just scratch it out right next to it. I got some.
I'm gonna have to just tell. I don't really want people calling me anyway. I'll be honest with
Yeah.
you. So just email me if you get one of my cards.
Well, it's all about having like 3, different people check it out before you send it off to print. I'm a firm believer in that, though I never do as I say, not as I do.
When you print so much stuff, like how many labels are you printing and how many?
And you get excited. It's like as soon as you're done, you're like, okay, let's do it. Let's get it done.
Psyched.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I ordered
That's what happens.
1,500 of these wooden nickels with the wrong date on it, but I'm just going to treat it like, I grew up collecting.
No one is.
You want the stamps to have
Shouldn't
the
have said
date on it.
nothing.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I just, they're going to call me. Someone will call me on it on Reddit. They'll be like, hey, you put 2016. And I want to show you guys.
He's reusing the nickels from last year.
Yeah, exactly. He's using last year's nickels. But this is what I just getting from Charcoal Goods.
Yeah.
And,
I got one of his razors too about a year and a half ago. Wow, those are nice.
Straight bar and open comb. Yeah.
Is he making the heads now?
Yes.
Because when I was with him, he was getting the heads and making the handles only. But he was just getting started. We were doing some like Instagram cross promotion, and he sent me one, and I was supposed to do a giveaway with it. I ended up giving it away, but I would have liked to have kept it.
This is gonna. Yeah, I know. I'm looking at this, but we're gonna give this away on the show next week. So,
oh wow,
guys.
Are they 3D printed?
No, no. I don't think this is 3D printing. I think
The stainless ones aren't. Oh,
this is bronze. This is bronze.
oh, that's bronze. Oh,
Yeah. So no, he's
Nice.
tooling this, but I mean, it's just a work of art. I can't wait for you guys to get this in your hands. And then the box itself, I mean, it's just like,
Yeah.
cool. I wish I thought of
That's
this. You know what I mean?
I'm glad he's doing well because I feel like he wasn't getting enough recognition when he first came out for a long time, and now people are starting to notice him, and he's like really doing good. I really like his stuff.
Oh,
His upper ones-
I actually got to try one of his razors a while back.
Yeah, very
It's
cool stuff.
refreshing. It's refreshing to see someone like this is artisan work. It's not another Me Too type razor. Like this is what I'm talking about. This inspires me.
It's a unique design. It's a unique look to it. I mean, yes, a razor is a razor. A double-edged razor, you can only do so many tweaks to it to make it look different. But this, it actually is like,
It's
a really cool look to it.
Oh, it's great.
How's it changed?
And this is going to up the ante. This is going to be the next generation of razors you see coming 2017, 2018 are going to be people trying to, change it up like he's doing. I do too, because I mean these are really. It's just it blew me away. So yeah, looking forward to that show.
Jason is mentioning over in the comments here. Rod George at How to Grow Mustache is turning his own brass handles. If it's the person I'm thinking of, I saw some pictures on Instagram today of the brass handles on the lathe.
Yes,
it's impressive what he's
Rod
doing with them.
He's going to be at the Big Shave
Really,
Fest
really
also. FYI.
Oh, sweet. That's great.
Exactly. And so, this is another thing. If you're into doing any type of demo, Stefan, you're more than welcome to. Also, I don't know. I mean, you can get creative. I'm sure you will.
I'm gonna come out there with a carry-on bag and maybe some sample stuff, and I'll come out there. I'll do a Q&A. We'll get up on the panel, but I'm probably not. I mean, I don't really know what. You know what it is? I feel like we wanted me to do a demo at the Pastor meetup, And I feel like the guys that are there, they don't need product demos from me anyway. I mean, they know how to lather the soap, they know how to use the product. But I'm there to answer any questions, that type of thing, and just interact with whoever's there. So I'm definitely down for whatever you want to use me for there too.
Yeah, no,
definitely bring some samples, because I'm sure there are going to be guys that want to smell some of your stuff and really get a feel for what it's like.
Absolutely.
Oh, for sure.
I'll bring. I mean, I got to keep everything really small, so I have little like quarter-ounce samples. I'll bring maybe some aftershave samples, and maybe I'll ship. I might even ship some stuff to Douglas. If Douglas, you flying up there, or you driving?
Driving.
So maybe I'll ship you a small box if you got room, and you can bring me some larger stuff of my own product.
Oh yeah, totally. Well, you can ship it to me, or you can ship it right there to Old Town.
Better. Yeah, whatever's easy.
Yeah. I highly recommend that. Because actually, that's what I do too. I've actually shipped stuff there last year because I just had way too much stuff to bring. But yeah,
you should have shipped the aftershave there.
Oh my God! Last year I forgot. I got the Big Shave West and forgot the official aftershave of the Big Shave West. Luckily, Leonard, the desert shaver, he lives in town next door, so I had him break into my warehouse, grab the aftershave, and so for the first 2 days I was there, I was like, I hope Leonard gets this. I hope he remembers to go. I hope he gets in. Unbelievable, but huge. Could have been a huge fail on my part. I was getting ready to drive 6 hours back here and then drive back out there. But I mean, it's just so much going on. It's you always have that feeling in the back of your mind, like I'm forgetting something. I know I'm forgetting something. Couldn't be that important. It typically is.
Yeah.
But yeah. So,
well, unfortunately, I'm still on the bubble as to whether or not I'm going to be able to make it. But I'm going to really, really try. So I've got to.
I feel like.
You have to go, Scott. Well, you were on the fence last year too. It was a surprise that you showed up.
I was.
Last year.
Well, I was able to make it just because I was able to work out. I had enough points for my airfare to cover it, and this year we're trying to save our points so my wife can go to a wedding for her best friend. Some BS deal like that. And I mean, obviously, Big Shave West is way more important than that. Yeah. But I'm going to see. Actually, I'm going to start trying to build some shelves, some shaving shelves.
Oh yeah, you were telling us this.
That I'm working on. I'm going to see if I can do it.
Are you repurposing the wood?
Yeah.
Like pallet wood or something?
Yep, pallet wood to make some custom shelves that'll actually have like spots in it for your brushes and actually like a secure spot to put razors with blades in it and to hang a straight razor and like be able to lock it up and keep it safe from kids and that kind of thing. Like to actually make it nice and custom and have a drying rack for your soap and like all these different kinds of things. So I'm going to try and put some of that together and see if anybody's interested in something like that, message me, let me know, thecleanshaver@gmail.com. But I'm going to try putting some of that together and see if I can put some together before April 22nd, then maybe I can work out the airfare to come. But
actually, you should totally do that.
You sign me up.
You should totally do that.
Or maybe I'll put some together and ship them to Old Town Shaving and see if anybody wants to pick them up there. So
no, that would be really. I say do it, man. Do it. Yeah. Or build some old Burma Shave signs out of the wood. I want to get set up Burma Shave signs all around Pasadena, like just down different streets on the side of the road, like as people getting closer.
That's
something nice. To rhyme.
I will help you fund it.
Fund it. You're gonna help me nail them to the post.
Yep.
We're gonna have to do it in the cover of darkness. Okay, so we got some questions from Alec G. How do you go about recreating a scent? That's either to you or to me. Stefan, you want to take that?
Actually, if you go down,
there's one to both.
805. It's pretty much the same question. There's a lot of ways you can go about it. The best way is to smell it and compare it to things that compare it to things that you've smelled before, as far as scent, absolutes, ingredients, essential oils, fragrance oils, and then start blending and then let it sit and make sure that it still smells the same in a month and do a whole bunch of them and do really small ones and make sure that you don't smell it out of a vial and you smell it off of at least a piece of paper or a blotter
or your hand.
another way to do it is just a lot of people send it out to a cosmetic chemist and have them do exactly what we just did. And a lot of times they can break down the chemical components in a scent and get you really close. So
I mean, that's how they come up with synthetic blends of sandalwood and your ambergris and all that kind of stuff.
This is how I do it. This is 3 different versions of Sundown. There were many different versions. This is a lot of trial and error, but it's pretty much what he just said. Is
just put those in the mail when you send the charcoal razor, okay?
Yeah. Well, these actually, I think this is the winner right here. But yeah, my desk.
Sundown is fantastic, by the way. It's anybody that's in the comments, man, I friggin' love that stuff. Like
that's another classic.
At first smell, I was like, oh, that's an old. Well, yeah. Well, at first smell, I was like, oh, that's a really old man smell. But then I actually started using it, and it was like, this stuff is awesome. And my wife likes it, and I really like it. It pairs really well with a lot of stuff. It's everybody check it out. It's really good stuff.
And I can't take any credit for that. That is based on Gillette's classic Sun Up from the 60s. Another like super winner from the 60s that only existed for a short while. It's probably like 8 or 9 years. And then they stopped making it. And I have no idea why. It could have easily been one of those like all-time classics like Aqua Velva. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I don't know why they stopped making it. But it's excellent stuff. And for me, it's not old man smelling at all. It's actually young and peppy. It's spicy. It's really it's instant classic.
That's a great scent.
Stuff. Yeah, I love it. It really just like it's energizing. Love that one. But yeah, no. So I would just blend. I continue to blend stuff over and over again, removing or adding notes in those little like shot glasses I use, those measuring up shot glasses. And as Stefan mentioned, you let it sit for a week, then get back to it, see if it still smells the same or smells better or close to what you wanted it to smell like. And make sure you're just taking careful notes all the time. It's all trial and error with me, anyways. I'm sure there's quicker ways of getting to where you need to go, but for me, it's very arduous. And sometimes I have to walk away from the project and come back to it months later because my nose goes. I get sensitized. It's just so many different reasons. I get too close to it. So I mean, my nose only lasts a couple hours in the morning, usually an hour when I get here, and then I'm done blending for the rest of the day. I just can't because it's everywhere in my shop. You know, I mean, it's overwhelming. Yeah. People walk in and be like, whoa, and like I can't smell anything. What are you talking about?
When you leave, when you come home, your girlfriend, your wife, your whoever, it's always like, you smell like 1,000 different things.
Incense. I get incense all the time. I'll go get a coffee and people are like, you smell like incense. I'm like, no.
Oh gosh. The first time you said that, I thought, when you first said that, I thought you said, I smell like incest. And I was like, what does that smell like?
Probably.
Please don't. I don't want to know. But actually,
moving on.
Before we wrap things up, because I know we're running out of time here, but before we do, I want to ask Stefan, what of your products that you've made, what are you like so far? What are you most proud of? Like, what's been the product that you have been like, yes, I nailed this one. It's my favorite. I'm really proud of this.
It's got to be that Ahab brush that I did with the sperm whale tooth. That I cast a copy of a sperm whale tooth, and I did the full thing. I put a big 67 millimeter head in it. I put it in a box that was all, and then I made the stand that looks like Ahab's harpoon out of pewter, and like it was a full idea. And then I love when I design something in my head, and then it comes and becomes a real thing. Like that's the one thing I'm really the proudest of. But I made like 20 of them. You know what I mean? But I really enjoyed doing that. And other than that, scent wise, it's got to be the gunpowder spice because it gets that old spice feeling from the old school and that like gunpowder almost sulfur scent that doesn't sound like it would smell good, but it works so great together. And like I get a lot of compliments on it. I'm really proud of it.
That's one that I've had my eye on as well. Is the gunpowder spice? I need to try that out.
Well, everything I make is now only going to be in gunpowder spice, all my core products, and then even the soap. And then I'm only going to be making like limited edition, super well thought out projects that are in other scents. But everything else is only gunpowder spice from now on. And it's a little different than anything else anybody else is doing. This is, stretching out their wings and doing all these scents. And I love the idea, and I just can't, I can't focus on all those things. So I'm doing gunpowder spice only. and then I'll release my other scents, just as limited batches when I feel like it, or when I feel like there's a reason for it.
Nice. Well,
Awesome.
this has been it's gone by so fast yet again. Thank
Definitely.
you guys for joining us. It's always great having Mantic on board and Scott on board, and Stefan, you fit right in with us. I mean, I think you've come home. So great to have you. Where can people find out more about you, Stefan, and what you're doing?
Follow us on Instagram. It's probably the best, because that's where we do most of our, stuff that's going on at the Holy Black. And then check out the website, sign up for the newsletter at holyblack.com, and we'll let you know when we have new stuff coming out, or exactly when we have new stuff out. You'll find out.
Excellent.
Awesome.
Excellent. Well, folks, if you enjoyed today's show, please give us a like on YouTube and subscribe to our channel if you don't already. This is for pre-recorded version, guys. Live. Thank you guys for joining us in the audience today. Yeah, you guys have been cracking me up all day, actually. I don't know if you've been checking out their conversations.
Some great comments over there. Yeah.
Good stuff. Always good stuff. So thanks for joining us, guys. And please join us next week for episode 78 of the Wet Shavers Roundtable. We will have Brian Twilley of Charcoal Goods on, and we'll be talking about all things custom razors. Yeah.
Awesome.
Excellent show today.
It's been great.
Where's the after party? Yeah, Facebook.
All right.
Right. Awesome, guys. Take care. Have a great weekend.
Thanks, everybody. See ya.